Welcome to the ATC. My name is Maisha Wise, and I am the first ever administrator of the Ward 8 ATC. We have so many partners who made the launch of the new Ward 8 ATC and DC Hill apprenticeship possible, and you will hear from many of them today. I am thrilled to stand before you today as we launch a new era of opportunity right here in Ward 8. Here, young people from every corner of the district, but especially in Ward 8, will earn college credits, professional certifications, and hands-on experience while they remain enrolled in their home high schools. I am here every day, okay? Every day. And what I see in our students is that they have really big dreams. And all of us are here today because we are committed to doing whatever we can together to help our students' career and life dreams come true. And so I think there is no better way to kick off this event by hearing from a family that is an example of the power of the Ward 8 in action. Please join me in welcoming Javante McCullum, an 11th grade student who is on track to become an EMT, and his mother, Sheanna McCullum. Let's give them a warm round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Javante. Sorry about that. My name is Javante McCollum. I'm a junior at Ron Brown Clark Preparatory High School. I am proud to be one of the first students at the new Ward 8 Advanced Technical Center. My interest in healthcare is very personal. Growing up, I spent a lot of time with my great grandfather and my grandmother. They spent time in and out the hospital. When they were home, I would spend my time taking care of them while my mother was in med school. That's when I realized I wanted to be in a career where I can help other people and their families. Here at the Ward 8 ATC, I'm on the track to be an EMT, and I plan to go to college. Right now, I'm taking classes like psychology to learn skills that will prepare me to work as an EMT while I'm in college. The ATC is giving me the knowledge and the confidence to go after that goal. I couldn't have done this without my mom, Mr. McCollum. She signed me up for Ward 8 ATC. She believed in me, so I'd like to invite her to share a few words about what ATC means for my family.
Thank you, son. I'm so proud to be your mother. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Sheanna McCollum. When I first heard about ATC coming to Southeast, I knew I had to give Javante a spot. As someone who works in nursing, I know it's important for our youth to learn about these types of careers early on. And now that the Ward 8 ATC is here, this opportunity is changing lives and opening doors for our kids. He didn't say this, but Javante is in the National Honor Society. He also runs tracks and do so much more for everyone in his life. Watching him grow at the new Ward ATAC means the world to me. The reason why? Because I battle stage 4 cancer, breast cancer. And seeing him thrive in ATC opened a whole lot of doors. I know through the DC Hill apprenticeship is building a brighter future, and that's what every mom wants for their child. Thank you, Governor and Education Officer, and thank you, Mayor Bowser.
Thank you, Mother. And now to everyone here today for supporting students, for supporting the youth, to making them be something. Now it's my honor to introduce someone who was once a DC student just like me. Now she leads the DC government agency that makes ATC possible. Please join me for welcoming our State Superintendent of Education, Dr. Antoinette Mitchell.
Good morning, everyone. Javante, thank you so very much, and thank you to Ms. McCollum. Your stories really do show us why we are here today. You gave us a very important reminder. Education is about more than programs and policies. It's about real people and real futures. And when we create opportunities that challenge and inspire young people, entire families and communities are uplifted. I am so proud to lead the Office of the State Superintendent of Education. We run this new Ward 8 ATC and the original Ward 5 ATC, which opened in August of 2022. I would love to acknowledge Mayor Bowser for her vision and investment in making education a top priority in the city, and in so doing, creating new career pathways for hundreds of students. Our ATCs are places where our young people can start earning college credits right now, where they can receive industry-recognized credentials and gain real work experiences in fields that matter for DC's future. And we know that it works. You heard firsthand from Javante, and the numbers also show that it works. In just 3 years, since the first ATC opened, more than 400 students have earned more than 4,600 college credits, saving families $3 million. And demand is growing so fast that this year there are more than 400 students on the wait list for this program. That tells us what our young people already know. These opportunities are life-changing. The launch of this Ward 8 ATC expands that opportunity even further, especially in healthcare, where students are preparing for critical roles in medical assistants, EMTs, and eventually nursing and other healthcare careers. Through OSSI, the Advanced Technical Centers, including this new Ward 8 site, are built on the promise of open enrollment, industry-aligned coursework, and dual credit pathways in high-demand careers, and all at no cost to students. As someone who grew up here in DC and walked the halls of our schools as both a student and an educator, and now as someone who has the privilege of leading the State Department of Education, this work is very personal for me. I know the intelligence and potential of our students because I've lived that journey. And I know what it means when the adults in your city believe in you and invest in your future. When we open doors like these, we are not just reimagining what high school can be like. We are reimagining the possibilities for our entire city. It is about young people like Javante who see a future for themselves, and parents like Ms. McCullum who can watch that future take shape in real time. And opportunities like this would not be possible without our incredible OSSI staff who work so hard running the ATCs, and without our industry partners, without our university partners, I see Trinity and University of the District of Columbia represented, and without our funding partners. So thank you to all who made this day possible. Along with the incredible investments from our city, the programs we are hearing about today were made possible by a $9.5 million investment from Bloomberg Philanthropies. And we have someone from Bloomberg with us today. I am so proud to introduce Yves Bois, the Career and Technical Education Portfolio Manager for Bloomberg Philanthropies.
Good morning, everybody. I'll start by saying this is the best part of my job. On behalf of Bloomberg Philanthropies, I am so honored to be here today to celebrate the opening of the Ward 8 Advanced Technical Center and the launch of the DC HEAL program. This is a really special moment, and it's one that represents more than just a new facility. It's a powerful investment in the futures of young people in this community and in the city. This center shows what's possible when public and private partners work together to expand access to meaningful career pathways. Here, students will not only gain technical skills, they'll earn credentials, they'll build professional networks, and gain real-world experience in industries like healthcare. These are the kinds of opportunities that give young people real agency, the ability to make informed choices about their futures, whether that means starting a career, continuing their education, or pursuing further training. At Bloomberg Philanthropies, we have long believed in the power of career and technical education to expand opportunities. Since 2016, we've invested over $350 million in career and technical education programs across the country, driven by our founder, Mike Bloomberg's belief that every young person from every community and every background should have access to a pathway that leads to success. Through programs and centers like this, we're helping expand what's possible for students, offering more choices, more directions, and more chances to build a future on their own terms, however success looks for them. We clearly don't do this work alone. So this center, as I was telling Dr. Mitchell earlier, is the result of a truly extraordinary collaboration, a cross-sector collaboration. And so there's a number of people I'd like to thank. First and foremost, Mayor Bowser for being such a champion of education and career and technical education specifically. The incredible team at the Office of the State Superintendent of Education and DC Public Schools, the Office of the Mayor's Department of Education, the American Federation of Teachers, the incredible leadership and staff of both the Ward 8 and Ward 5 sites, Whitman Walker Health, our friends at CityWorks DC, the DC Hospital Association, the University of the District of Columbia, and Trinity Washington University as well. Oops. We are so grateful for your partnership, your innovation, and your deep commitment to the young people of this city. I'll end by saying what excites me most about today is the ripple effect that this center will have, not just for students, but for families, for employers, and for the entire community. This is just the beginning. This is a launch pad for the next generation of talent, leadership, and innovation. So I want to thank you all so much. We are so excited to see what's ahead. Thank you. And I am so thrilled to hand it off now to Naseema Shafi, who is the CEO of Whitman Walker Health.
Thank you, Eve. Good morning, everyone. My name is Naseema Shafi. As was mentioned, I'm the CEO of Whitman Walker Health. We're one of the federally qualified health centers here in the District of Columbia, really proudly serving the residents of across the city, and newly opened healthcare facility here at Max Robinson. So welcome to one of our healthcare homes. It was just 2 years ago that we welcomed Mayor Bowser here for our ribbon cutting ceremony. It looks a little bit different now. And thank you so much for your support on the St. Elizabeth's campus. It's allowed us to serve exponentially more residents of Ward 7 and Ward 8. And today we're especially excited to join everyone here in celebrating the launch of the Ward 8 ATC. Everyone has talked about what this is, but the Whitman Walker Health is a partner both with the ATC and with the district-wide DC Healthcare Employment and Apprenticeship Program known as DC Hill. We've got two DC Hill students here with us at Whitman Walker now. And we're so excited to learn from them and also help them learn. At Whitman Walker Health, we envision DC Heal as much more than simply building out a pipeline of future healthcare employees. In fact, we equally are excited about the part that the education and career advancement of these young people will play in the valuable, meaningful employment that they're going to have and that long-term commitment to health for the community. One of our objectives is for these young people to bring that knowledge that they learn here, as well as the experiences that they have at Whitman Walker, back home to their families, too. Dare I say, we may be growing a whole cadre of health ambassadors within our community. And of course, we know that if they gain this talented new employees here at Whitman Walker and other employers across the city, that would be great. Great jobs, great employer, great work, and we love that for Ward 8. It's my pleasure to welcome Jackie Bowens, Executive Director and CEO of the DC Hospital Association.
Good morning, everybody. I cannot say how excited I am to be here as a fellow DC public school graduate from elementary to high school. You know, we know how to roll, and, so it's great to see everybody here. Hey, for DC public school graduates. Woo! All things are possible. Javante, seriously. My admiration for you and your mom are just a reminder and you set that great example to students, to all of us about what's possible. All I know, looking at you and hearing from you, that only great things are ahead. And let me just tell you, if you need a job, I'll leave you my number. When you're ready, I'll be ready for you. That's right. I guarantee. All right. And so again, good morning. I'm Jackie Bowens. I'm the president and CEO of the DC Hospital Association. And like everyone, I'm so honored to be here today to celebrate the opening of the Ward 8 Advanced Technical Center and to officially launch the District of Columbia Healthcare Employment and Apprenticeship Link, or DC HEAL as it is known. As most of you know, expanding and strengthening our healthcare workforce is essential to ensure that every resident of the District of Columbia and our metropolitan region has access to care at every single level. With the support of Mayor Bowser, the DC City Council, the District Workforce Investment Council, and the Department of Employment Services, the DC Hospital Association launched the DC Healthcare Workforce Partnership 5 years ago. It's hard to believe. 5 years ago, we launched our partnership. And from the beginning, our employer partners emphasized the importance of healthcare apprenticeships as an essential pathway to train and support our next generation of healthcare professionals. That is why DCHA and our partners are so very excited to collaborate with the Deputy Mayor for Education, the Office of the State Superintendent on the DC HEAL initiative, along with the generous support of the Bloomberg Philanthropies. Now, here we are today, after 3 years of thoughtful planning and design, celebrating this major milestone. DC HEAL, as you've heard, is designed to bring healthcare employers together to create new pathways in high-need occupations. I like to say, you know, healthcare is a village. I mean, there's a village of opportunities. And while I love my doctors and I love my nurses, there are so many opportunities available. And this program really will avail our students, our families, and others that opportunity to learn how many vast opportunities that exist in that village of healthcare. So really happy to participate. And we're really focused on those high need occupations. So what, as you've heard, DC HEAL offers is young adults a structured journey into health careers, from their first job to earning a secured credential and achieving their first career advancement. Our goal is to build a program that not only meets the future needs of our workforce, but also empowers our young people to shape their own career paths based on their own individual interests and aspirations. And so during the one-year apprenticeships, participants will be full-time employees and will be compensated for their instructional time once their apprenticeships begin. Their employment continues after the completion of their apprenticeship program, which we believe will improve retention of the employees and serve as a model for additional apprenticeships over the next several years. And so we're really excited about, we're beginning small, but we really do believe this is a pathway to even grow more. And I'm so excited that all of my hospitals are committed to this work. And so over the next several years, we'll see additional apprenticeships both in clinical and non-clinical positions. The DC Hospital Association is proud to partner with DC CityWorks DC on the DCO program. And while DCHA is focused on designing apprenticeships and aligning them with the needs of our employer partners, CityWorks led the recruitment efforts and provided ongoing support to participants throughout this experience. And before I close, I would like to recognize Dr. Unique Morris-Hughes and her outstanding team at the Department of Employment Services for their technical sets and support throughout the apprenticeship approval process. Again, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to be here on behalf of my members and my city and my community, and just a wonderful opportunity, and allowing us to really reinforce our commitment to building a stronger, more inclusive healthcare workforce in the District of Columbia. And now I'd like to introduce Jenny Niles, President and CEO of CityWorks DC. Thank you.
Wow, this is exciting. Good morning. I'm Jenny Niles, President and CEO of CityWorks DC, and through our organization's CareerWise DC Youth Apprenticeship Program, we have the distinct pleasure of supporting employers and apprentices during their journeys together. We are proud to support the apprentices registered through the DC Hospital Association for DC HEAL. I couldn't be more excited about the invaluable experience that the apprentices are embarking on, and more appreciative of the collaboration among the employers and partners gathered here today, led by the DC Hospital Association, that came to launch DC HEAL. Today I have the special honor of introducing Jonathan Tejeda Flores. Jonathan graduated in June from the Columbia Heights Education Campus and the Ward 5 Technical Education Center in general nursing. Now he is studying nursing at Trinity Washington University, and launching his career. As a DC Heal apprentice, he is working at Whitman Walker Health as a health information specialist and completing his medical assistant certification at the University of the District of Columbia. I know you'll enjoy hearing from Jonathan about DC Heal, and I'm so excited about this day. It's a long time in coming. So Jonathan, come on up.
All right, thank you so much for the introduction, Jenny. Well, good morning, everyone. When I first started high school at Columbia Heights, I was a strong A-plus student, but I had no idea what type of career I wanted to do. Then I joined the Ward 5 Advanced Technical Center, or ATC, and it was just to fulfill a graduation requirement, as a lot of high schools. But ATC turned out to be so much more. I studied general nursing, earned over 20 college credits, and completed clinical rotation as a CNA. Sorry. My first semester at ATC was a big adjustment, though. I struggled with college-level coursework. I was constantly late to class, and one day, Ms. Zimmerman, my ATC administrator, pulled me aside and asked, "Jonathan, why are you always late?" And I told her with a completely serious tone, "I just like to wake up naturally." But over time, I started... But over time, I started coming to class earlier. I excelled in my anatomy physiology class, one of the top hardest nursing courses. And, I just lost myself. I became an active student in my HOSA chapter. And I matured. And by senior year, I was showing up actually early. That's a good adjustment. Now I'm taking the next step through the DC Heal program. I worked as a health information specialist apprentice at Whitman Walker Health, right in this location. And I just started, but I already had the opportunity to experience so much with the community and also the work. And that's what makes an apprenticeship so important. Students like me don't have to follow one specific path after high school. I'm getting hands-on experience, building professional skills, and getting paid to work full-time and continue all my education I went at UDC and Trinity Washington University. And unlike Jonathan in high school, I actually have a time, y'all. I have a timer to set up, to wake up. But my ultimate goal is to be a medical surgical nurse and eventually a cardiologist. Thanks to the ATC, DC Health, just lost myself. Whitman Walker Health, I know I'm on the right path. Thank you for letting me share a bit of my story. Now I'm proud to introduce Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Let's give Jonathan a big, big, big round of applause. I like to wake up naturally too, Jonathan. But it's 7 a.m. It's natural for me. So I am that story just gave me so much life. And it is a real life depiction of all of the work that we have been doing together to build an education system that prepares our students for life right here in the District of Columbia. I am also just so proud of the story we heard from Javante and his mom talking about how a medical career, the idea of a medical career could start, and it could be so personal, and that we have the programs in place that attract students. I also heard how important it is that we open in Ward 8 so that we have this program closer to students and families who want to use it. I'm proud that it's here at Whitman Walker, and that Whitman Walker is a part of this great Ward 8 campus here at the former St. Elizabeth's. When I drove up and I turned into the campus, I didn't recognize the corner. And that tells me all of the hard work that we have done in transforming Congress Heights in the last 10 years. And I know the director of the St. Elizabeth's campus is here from my DMPED office, Latrina Owens. Let's give her a big round of applause. And I want to recognize our incredible, I call them my dream team, public education team, and they are all here. So Deputy Mayor Paul Kine, who is in the back, who has made the ATC his baby, and fights for it in the budget every single year. And so opening the Ward 8 campus is incredibly important for us. Chancellor Farabee, who is here, who is the DC Public Schools Chancellor. Thank you, Chancellor Farabee. I know you loved hearing Jonathan's story from Czech. Employed and in 2 institutions of higher education, and from Executive Director Walker Davis, who leads the Public Charter School Board. Give Director Walker Davis a big round of applause. You already heard from our state superintendent, Antoinette Mitchell. Give Dr. Mitchell a big round of applause. You heard from our former deputy mayor for education, Jenny Niles, and I want to thank you, Jenny, for all of your work in making sure that our students are employed and are getting trained for our high demand fields. And many members of my cabinet are here. Dr. Bennett from DC Health, Director Morris Hughes from the Department of Employment Services, Director Hunter from DGS, the Department of General Services, Drew Hubbard from our Workforce Investment Council as well. Maisha Wise, I think we heard from already at the top of the program. We're also joined by the Council's Health Committee. The chairwoman of that committee is Christina Henderson, at-large council member Christina Henderson, and the Ward 8 council member Trayon White is also here. So a lot has already been said, but I can't say it any better than what Jonathan and Javante have already explained. We set out to reimagine the high school experience. And in so doing, we know that we keep kids engaged, hopeful, and focused on their futures. And a big part of that is the Advanced Technical Center. All of the adults, how many of you all remember high school? You remember high school? It's different now. And in a lot of ways, it's harder. It's harder to be a kid. It's harder to be in high school. There are many more distractions, some positive, some not so positive. And there's a lot of draws. So our education folks have to be really, really creative about how to fight all of those other distractions and competition and temptations to keep our young people wanting to come to school. And that's why we're so grateful to Bloomberg Philanthropies for this investment. And even more coming. We're just so happy that Mike Bloomberg has been a longtime supporter with the Philanthropies in public education in Washington, D.C. A few weeks back, the team and I made a presentation over what's happened in the last 15 years in our public education transformation journey, and it's all positive. Our enrollment is up, our graduation rate is up, our achievement is up, our kids rebounded faster than their peers post-pandemic, and guess what else is up? Student and family satisfaction in the school. So those are all of the things that we are happy to report. But we know that our job is a big one, getting our kids ready for jobs of the future. The workforce is changing. the workforce in the district is changing, but what isn't changing is what you need to be able to support a family in DC. You need a good paying job. You need a couple of good paying jobs as a family. And so we want to make sure that our young people are ready, and this ATC does it. So when our kids say, if you hear a kid say, well, I'm going to high school, but I don't know what algebra is going to do to help me get ready for life, or chemistry, or whatever those things are that they come up with. Say, have you looked at the ATC, like Javante's mom said? Because there's some hands-on training, if you're interested, that will help you get ready for graduation. It may replace some college credits that you later don't have to pay for. And more than that, it's helping our city fill jobs that are going unfilled right now. And I know that Dr. Eddington from UDC, thank you for being here, Doc, doesn't want that to happen. He wants to train DC residents to stay right here in DC, and we are all for that. So thank you to our private sector partners at Whitman Walker, at the DC Hospital Association, and from our State Board of Education. I see Jock Patterson as well. And so with that, I think I'm going to be a part of demonstration. Okay.
The one